Alright, gotta make sure that my mic is working. Good news, it is. Alright. Good to go. It is time to play the video game.
Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place.
Excuse me.
Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
I don't know if you can hear that. My roommate's cat is being especially rowdy tonight for reasons entirely unknown to me. Anyway, I'm doing another challenge run. This one's gonna be a lot simpler than the no melee attacks one that I did a couple of months ago. So, let me see here. There we go. Yeah. So instead of, God, words are hard sometimes. I haven't done this in a hot minute. Instead of doing something wacky, I'm just gonna do a level 4 challenge run. This game doesn't let you start out at level 1 for whatever reason. The closest you can get is level 4. So I'm gonna go through the whole game at level 4, not level up once at all. See how that goes for me. It'll be a lot simpler than the no melee attacks challenge run. I feel like my general strategy for that playthrough was changing pretty frequently, whereas this one, it's gonna be pretty pretty consistent throughout. Let's see. Yeah, we want this lady to be old as dirt. No particular reason why, I just thought playing as an old lady would be funny. Let's see. What color do I want this old lady's eyes to be? Let's just go maximum green. No particular reason. Let's see here. What are these steampunk looking ass things? Jesus. Yeah, that seems fine. I've never actually put glasses on a character in one of these games before. Let's see. Where is hair? Here we go. Gotta find something sufficiently old lady coded. Dig through this for a minute. That's pretty old lady coded, to be honest. Let's see. I don't want to do a ponytail. I've already done that a couple of times at this point. Not a whole lot of options to work with here. Sure. How do we get gray from this? I actually don't know. I guess I'll just mess with these sliders until I can figure something out. You know what? That's fine. Put this all the way up. No tattoos, that's fine. Alright, we put in the name. I can't... I thought up the first name on my own, but... Oh no! I can't... There's not enough space to fit it. That sucks. I was gonna name her Florence Ashkettle. I thought that would be a sufficiently humorous old lady name, but I don't have the space for it. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices here. I know what the real one is. Let's do this. Excuse me. It's nice to be streaming again, actually. I haven't really been in the right mindset for it lately, but honestly, I needed something fun to do, and streaming is fun, and I like doing it, so
Good.
here we are,
All signed
watching
and
this
sealed.
cutscene again.
Now, let's begin the transfusion.
Should I skip this?
Oh, don't you
Whatever,
worry.
I'll let it play.
Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Now, unlike the previous challenge run I did, which started out pretty tough, but then more or less stabilized, I feel like this one's going to start out pretty easy because I'm just going to be playing the opening in the game more or less normally, and then as we get further along, it'll get harder because I will be increasingly squishier than the game expects me to be. I suspect towards the end of the game, I'm not going to be able to survive more than like maybe 2 hits from any given boss's attacks. So that's going to be interesting. But we can talk more about strategy and such once we get situated, because our build, such as it is, it's going to coalesce pretty quickly. Since we can't level up, I'm not going to be able to put any stat points into any particular weapon I want to use besides the starting 3 melee weapons and the starting 2 guns. I'm not going to be able to use any hunter tool. Consumables are going to fall off very fast. Throwing items, I should say. We're going to be pretty underpowered for a lot of this run, so it's going to be critically important to upgrade my weapon, my main weapon, once I get it, as much and as often as possible. Back at it again in Central Yharnam, baby! I always forget that there's nothing in that room. Going to ignore Mr. Werewolf. Hello. Ow. I did not want to jump. I wanted to dodge. Get me out of here. But somebody just died. Ow. Get me out of here. It doesn't really matter if we die right now, because we'll get sent to the Hunter's Dream anyway. But I would prefer not to if I can help it. I went the wrong damn way. I wanted to pick that up. Asshole. Great start. Oh, hold on. I need to open Discord real quick. I forgot to tell a friend of mine that I was streaming this. He'll be excited, I'm sure. He has the Bloodborne brain rot, as the kids like to say. Alright, here we are at the Hunter's Dream, aka home base. Alright, so we pretty much have to go with the Saw Cleaver here. It's fast, and its transformation attacks combo pretty easily into themselves, and it does good damage. And more importantly, it gets the serrated damage bonus against a lot of enemies in this game. And for this, we'll just go with the Hunter Pistol, because it's technically stronger than the Blunderbuss. All right, let me go ahead and put our stuff on. Back to the sick room. I haven't died to this werewolf in the in Iosefka's clinic in a long time, actually. I'm not embarrassed though, because you're kind of intended to die to that werewolf first thing and get sent to the Hunter's Dream and then come back and beat its ass. But if you're good enough, and apparently I wasn't, you can avoid all that nonsense. Alright. I forgot to talk to Iosefka entirely during my last challenge run, so...
Are you out on the hunt?
Might as well.
Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Iosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Thank you.
Now, go. And good hunting.
Florence is super crusty. I think this is the first time I'm playing as an explicitly old character in one of these games, which is funny. Ow! Not off to a great start. All right. So, like I said earlier, we're going to be playing these early stages of the game more or less normally. I think that'll be the case right up until around the time I'm out of stamina. I was not paying attention at all. That's embarrassing. Not off to a great start. I'm kind of rustier than I thought I would be at this. I just finished a challenge run like 2 months ago. And granted, I haven't played the game since, but I thought I'd be doing better than this. Apparently I thought incorrectly. Alright. Huh. I guess the werewolf doesn't respawn. I must have forgotten that detail. Again, it's been ages since I've died to that thing, and I usually just avoid it entirely. Alright. You! Give me my blood echoes back, thank you. Alright. Still want to go around scooping up as much stuff as possible, obviously. Those Molotovs will be very helpful for Gascoigne. And of course, as always, we will want as many blood vials as we can get our hands on, at least until... Yes, hi Cleric Beast. At least until I can get access to the Chalice dungeons. You're in the know, right? So, there's a community event going on in the Bloodborne wiki community. Not like Fextra Life, like it's actually called the Bloodborne wiki. And it's the best wiki on Bloodborne on the internet, and you should use it if you haven't. But they're doing a community thing called Return to Yharnam. It's lasting from tonight until the 4th of April, I think. Just, you know, starting a new file, going through, trying to co-op as much as possible. And also leaving messages like this at Hunter's Lanterns.
Oh,
I'll probably leave at least one.
Hunter.
Just, you know, to be in the spirit of things.
Not one
That's why I'm playing
from
online
around
right
here
now.
either. I'm Gilbert,
Hi, Gilbert.
a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests.
Oh, yes.
Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done.
You don't sound so good. Have you had any
This
soup
time is
lately?
cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit.
I'll take that as a no.
Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Okay, see you later, I guess. Alright. Yes, hi, you're very scary. Thank you for not dropping anything. I really appreciate that. Oop. I'll take that, thank you. I'm gonna go over here and get this shortcut open as soon as I can. I have basically no stamina. Now, the one weakness the Saw Cleaver has is that it's not great at crowd control, but if you do that little maneuver, you can kind of get a line of dudes in front of you. You gotta be, not that it's like useless in crowds, but you gotta be a little clever with it. By the way, there's nothing down that way. That's a trap. I don't feel like dealing with that dude right now, so I'm not gonna. Alright, this is where I came from. Let me grab those mollies. Is that a set drop? Huh. Must have forgore about it. That's fine. Take those, thank you. There's a dude over here. I need as many of those bloodstone shards as I can get. I believe there's enough. There's enough of those to get my weapon to +2, and I will want to do that before tackling either boss in Central Yharnam. Shouldn't be too hard, as long as I'm thorough, and... Oh, piss off, dude. Stop it! This is awkward. It's like playing with long range only. Like made me forget how to play the game normally, which is weird to think about. But that seems to be what's happening. Right, I gotta go around to get that one. That's fine. I'm gonna try holding on to my blood vials until I have a full stock of 20. I don't feel the greatest dipping into my stock right now. Ah! This is bad. Alright, I don't want to die. I'll go ahead and use one. I have 7. It's fine. Really? I love getting stun locked. It's my favorite thing. I am fantastic at video games, I'll have you know. Yeah, we are not using the Rosmarinus in this run. That is not in our future. Not on the cards for old Florence. Come on. Let me see if I can... Damn it. There's a speedrun like micro optimization you can do there, where if you lock onto that dude as you fall off the ledge and then hit dodge right as you hit the ground, you'll dodge forward. Saves you just like a little bit of time there. I thought for sure that was going to... Nice. I thought for sure the transform attack would have hit that guy, but it didn't. That might be an interesting thing to do sometime, would be to like learn how to speedrun this game. Not like any of the trickier categories, just the standard like any percent no major glitches. That might be fun. I've never like learned how to speedrun a game before. It might be an interesting idea. Ah! Ow! I don't know, I'll think about it. Okay, I gotta focus up here. Feels like a million dudes. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Can you die already? Just bait out their attacks, dodge in behind. There we go. Okay, that went much better. There are still dogs down there, though. And that guy with a gun. Okay. Grab those. That went a lot better. Second time around. Alright. Moving on. We'll get to Yelly Man in a minute here. I want to scoop up some more stuff first. I guess I'm misjudging the area of effect of my transform attacks. Which is annoying. Alright. Is this dude scripted to turn around, or can I sneak up on him? He is scripted to turn around. Gotcha. Booyah! Okay. Oh, pretty well. Grab the torch. Set that on my shortcuts. And we're off to the races. Thought I saw something over there. I didn't. Stairs are this way. Go over here and grab this. So I haven't streamed in a couple of months, and part of that is just due to indecision. Like, I wanted to stream like this exact challenge run that I'm doing right now, but I also want to do like a Dark Souls 3 playthrough, just like a standard playthrough of the game where I like try and be thorough and show things off, like I've done before for other games in this series. And I also wanted to do a Dark Souls 2 challenge run. I'll elaborate more on the details of that once I actually do it, but couldn't really decide between any of them, so I just didn't stream for a couple of months. There were other reasons too, but with the 10th anniversary and all of Bloodborne, that kind of made the decision for me, so here we are. Alright, there's another dog around here. If you're having trouble with the dogs, remember that shooting them with a gun will instantly knock them down. That makes them a lot easier to deal with. Alright. Hi, werewolves. Bye, werewolves. We'll deal with them in a minute. This, I forgot to do that in my last challenge run, then I had to come back for it. Let's go this way. Yoink. Yoink. Pebbles are terrible for damage, but they let you grab enemy aggro from a distance, which is helpful if you want to lure out dudes one at a time. And sometimes you do want to do that. I think I have enough shards to get my saw cleaver to +1, which is nice, but I'll worry about that later. Did I miss anything up here, or... No. Okay. I'm just gonna go back down then. Whew! That could have been bad. Could have fallen directly to my death. I'm glad that's not the case. Alright. Want my gun out, in case I have to parry one of these dudes. Okay. Bye. I guess I don't have to deal with him right now. Fair enough. There are more of them, though. Actually, that one... Can those dudes climb ladders? I don't remember. Yes! Got the pistol. Nice. Thank you. I've gotten okay at parrying in this game. Not fantastic. But okay. You see what I mean? I think the level kilometry ate my bullet there. Okay. If I don't have to deal with him, that's fine with me. Alright, I do gotta be careful, because they are all down here now. And I missed that. Excuse you! Back off. Alright, there's a dude over here. Hello. Nice. That's how you do it. Ah! What? Ah! I thought I killed him. God damn it. I did not, in fact, kill him. That's annoying. God, I know we're weak, but even still, wasn't expecting to be this underpowered. It's pretty brutal. TBQH. Alright. We got the sewer drip. Let's go. Time to run past some dudes. Damn it. It's gonna bug me every time I fail to do the speedrun trick now. Excuse me, fellas. Not interested. Bye. Don't care. I don't want whatever you're selling. Bye. Okay. It's not like super far away, which is nice. Excuse me. Kind of forgot this dude's all start on the stairs there. That's fine. Enemy aggro ranges aren't like huge in this game, which is nice. Alright, let me drop down a little more safely here. Yeah, I hadn't noticed before, but I do seem to be doing a fair bit less damage than a higher level starting class, which is maybe a problem. Thank you. Once we get some runes to increase our health and stamina, we'll be in a better place, but that is going to be a ways off. Damn it, I missed it again. You have my shit. Ow. I tried to back it up and it did not work. Let him do his thing. Okay. Here we go. I gotta treat enemies with more respect, clearly. We're getting a fair amount of blood echoes, but obviously we can't use them for leveling up, so we're stuck to buying supplies and upgrading our weapons, essentially. Maybe getting new outfits, if the fancy strikes me. It might not. We'll see. Go. And there's nothing over here. Love that for me. Okay. Let me see if I can actually get this stupid item in the rafters, whatever it even is. Straight up do not remember what it is, but that's fine. What if I dropped it down here from this side? Damn it! Why am I doing this to myself? Gonna have another comedy of errors like at the start of the last challenge run where I just kept falling off ledges and dying. Hey, Entropy Kissed. Thanks for tuning in. That's right. I'm playing Bloodborne again. We're doing a level 4 challenge run. I'm not allowed to level up at all. That's not going to be too different from the normal game starting out here, but it will get increasingly difficult as we go on. But for right now, we're chilling. Actually, I think I wanted to go... Is there a lot? Yeah, here we go. Oh, the the finale of the no melee attack challenge run was kind of anticlimactic, actually. I just kind of just shot Gehrman and the Moon Presence to death with Simon's Bowblade, and Gehrman didn't really react. I just kept backing up and shooting him, and he just kept not doing anything about it. It was really weird, honestly. Alright, come here. Come here. Over this way. So I don't have to fight your brother over there. Oh, you're beefy, huh? Oh, shit. This is bad. It's true. They couldn't do anything about it. It was deeply strange. Run away! Trying not to use up too many of my blood vials, but that's proving to be a challenge. I sense cheese. You gotta use the environment to your advantage. I'm not too proud to not do this. You gotta take every advantage you can get in this lawless town. Ow! Alright, time to do it again. This is very silly, yes, but I'm still gonna do it. That man just fell through the stairs. He's off on a journey. This planet needs him. The planet of werewolves. Anybody have any flight tickets there, by the way? I might want to visit Werewolf Planet for entirely benign reasons. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Should be a shortcut up here if I remember correctly. Ooh, another bloodstone shard. Yes! We are in business. Let me return to the Hunter's Dream and resupply. I don't remember if we need a point of insight to get into the cabin. No, okay. It must just be, like, visit it another time. That's fine. Repair my saw cleaver. Get it to +1. Okay, I need 3 more, and I can get it to +2, which I will want. Hi, Gehrman. Bye, Gehrman. We don't really need to talk to him. We know what his business is about. Spend literally the rest on blood vials. There we go. We should actually be pretty okay on supplies until we can get access to Childless Dungeons. Honestly, since I'll be getting spending all the blood echoes we earn on things other than leveling, I might not need to use the Chalice Dungeons very much to restock. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. Alright. Bigger damage numbers. You love to see it. Come on. Nice. Okay, we can't quite one-shot those things yet. Oop. Back up the stairs, please. If one of you could just leave, that would be cool. Thank you. There we go. Deal with these gentlemen one at a time. Hiya! Oh, I should, while we're here. Oops. This is our protagonist, a frail little old lady named Florence Ashkettle. I thought it would be funny. That is the extent of the lore. Let me go get this door open. Yes, the big wide guys are quite silly. That elevator is not working, that's right. Go over here to Dog Pound Town. Yeah, I had similar reasoning. She's just a little old lady. She has no business being here in Yharnam. But here she finds herself regardless. We'll deal with that old woman later. Let's go say hi to Eileen. Hello, Eileen.
Oh. A hunter, are you?
Uh-huh.
And an outsider?
Take a drink here while she's yapping. Ah!
Mess you've been
I am so
caught
glad
up
I didn't attack her on accident,
tonight
Jesus.
of
Be careful you
all
don't fat finger the
nights.
controller in these games. You will regret it if you do.
To welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no
That was almost really bad.
humans
Eileen
left.
is not easy to
They're
handle.
all flesh-hungry beasts now.
She would have whooped my ass. Alright. One more time.
Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts.
Thank you. Very important emote. Let me get that on my hotbar right now. There we go. Thanks, Eileen. See you later. Get that. Don't fall. That. Alright. I did not want to fall that far. That's fine. Yeah, I love Eileen's voice acting too. The voice acting in modern FromSoft games is generally, like, really excellent. And it feels, to me at least, a lot more naturalistic than a lot of other games nowadays where everything is, like, capital A acted. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me go ahead and pop this right now. That way we can talk to the doll on our next visit to the Hunter's Dream. Okie doke. Is there anything over here? I don't think there is, no. I want to go back in there to get the item that fell on the other side of the... Motherfucker! You assholes! They did the same shit to me on my last challenge run, attacking me as I'm climbing the goddamn ladder, where I'm completely unable to defend myself. Extremely rude. Nobody has any sense of decorum anymore. What has Yharnam come to these days? Jesus Christ. They can climb up ladders, that's good to know. I always forget whether or not humanoid enemies can climb up ladders. Sometimes they arbitrarily can't, for whatever reason. Hey, fellas. Where did Rat go? Rat propelled himself off. Alright. Back up the ladder again! There's a thing on one of these rafters here I want to get. That over there. Let's hope I don't miss it like 3 times in a row. Yeah, that was their clubhouse. I kind of let myself in uninvited. It was pretty rude of me, to be honest, but it was either them or me. I'm sorry, my brethren, I must. I hope you can forgive me in the next life. Alright, let's not fall off this and die 3 times in a row. Good! I learned my lesson. Alright, before I go up or down there, fairly certain there's another shortcut up here. Or at least more stuff to get up here. And I love getting stuff. Shout out to getting stuff. It's generally pretty good. Yeah. I love that transform combo. The 1 into the 2. That, for some reason, that's like extremely satisfying to me to pull off. Alright. Are you scripted to turn around, or can I sneak up on you? I can sneak up on you. Let's go. Not sorry about that. Those guys are assholes. Hold on. Florence looks so silly in this getup. This little old lady does not look tough. She looks very silly. She looks like... Hold on. Let me talk to this little girl. She looks like her grandson was like trying to work on some cosplay and he wasn't doing a very good job of it, so like she made the outfit herself to show him how it's done. And she's like, here, I'll model it for you.
She's gone too.
And like she's very supportive, but she doesn't look very tough.
Really? Oh, thank Mum. It's so... Oh, if
Anyway.
it plays, I'm going to... Mum.
Tiny music box, very important. Alright, back down the ladder. I think I could have dropped down that without taking any damage, but I didn't want to chance it. Ow. It's a really gross sound they're making when I hit them. I don't like it. A+ sound design, I don't like it. It sounds just so crunchy. Like, why is their gross bile blood so crunchy? Ugh. Anyway, there's nothing down there, I don't think. Yeah, just a blank wall. I completely forgot they had a projectile vomit attack. That's really gross. Down here either. There's just... Oh, there is something down here. I missed that. Bloodstone shard. Oh, that crow fell down from the raptor above. Raptor? Rafter. Some birds are raptors, but I don't think crows count as raptors. They're the corvids. Raptors are like hawks and falcons and stuff. Before I go that way... Yeah. I'm not the most knowledgeable about birds, but I know a few things. I'm getting this elevator shortcut here before I mess around with the boar tunnel. Yeah, that blew my mind when I first learned that falcons and parrots are essentially siblings. Not siblings, but like pretty close, genetically speaking. Saw Hunter badge. I don't remember if that has anything important for us. I didn't really do any research for this challenge run. I pretty much know how it's gonna go, so... we have most of our build already. So there's not really a whole lot of, like, important pickups for us, really. Besides, like, upgrade materials and stuff. And I'll just... Again, I'll get those by being thorough. Oh, okay. I'll just kill you, I guess. You... Let me grab whatever this is. And then I will make another supply run back to the Hunter's Dream. And we should have enough... Ow! Bloodstone shards to get the Saw Cleaver to +2, which will be very helpful against Gascoigne here. go. Alright, so I'm pretty decent at this game, but I'm fairly certain Gascoigne's going to take me a few tries, just because he's always hard, no matter what you're doing. He'll be easier than my no melee challenge run, for sure, because the game is balanced such that you can beat him pretty reasonably starting as a level 4 character, but he's still gonna be hard. We'll see. Hello, doll.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll.
Isn't that nice?
Honorable hunter, and you will have to farewell. May you...
Yes, yes, yes. Grab that. Hi, Gehrman. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you... Yeah. If you upgrade a weapon, that automatically fully repairs its durability, so you don't have to do that again, which is nice. I am not going to use the saw spear, so I'll just hold on to it to sell later, I guess. Let's see. Let's spend about half on bullets and the rest on blood vials. How dare you be so funny? So true. Alright. Let's go fight Gascoigne. Let's go fight Gascoigne. Excuse me, fellas. Alright, let me get my hotbar situated. Tiny music box, oil urn, Molotovs, in that order. Set the elevator back up. Not off to a great start, but that's fine. I should have probably went down and up the ladders, to be honest, but that's fine. We can start off the fight with less than full health. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna get a drink of water while this cutscene goes.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Dude, brush your teeth. That's gross. Alright, asshole, let's dance. Ow. Ow.
Too proud to show your true face, eh? But a sporting hunt it was.
Wow. He killed me extremely fast. I didn't even get a chance to heal myself. Jesus Christ. Great start. Alright, let's try that again. I got a pretty good opening, but I got caught up in his axe attacks, and he stun-locked me to death, is what happened there. Florence is not having a good night. Alright, let's do this whole song and dance. It'll be safer. I say safer. There's a giant man-eating boar in here, but he's pretty easy to run past. Ow! I say as he immediately hits me. Christ. I'm great at video games. Really? Usually, if I start running towards the boulder pusher right as he pushes the boulder, he gets hit by it. But that didn't happen. Whatever. Alright, shit ass. Let's go. Give me something to parry. Not like that. Yeah, finally got him. Get music boxed, idiot.
What's that smell?
Alright, he's got his big boy axe out.
Sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Ah. Damn it.
Too proud to show your true face, eh? But a sporting hunt it was.
I'm getting too fancy. I'm trying to style on this dude, and I'm paying for it. I'm trying to get too fancy with it. I'm getting my ass kicked. I've played this game a lot, but I'm not, like, fantastic at it. In fact, I wonder how many hours I put into it, actually. Probably around 200 at this point, because my original file has over 100 hours alone. And then I have, like, 3 other characters, I think, that all have a decent amount of time put in them. There we go. That's how you dodge the boar. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen originally, but it didn't for some reason. Alright, third time's the charm. Let's do this. Up. Alright, he's in phase 2. Or phase 1.5, depending on how you look at it. Nice. music box will stun him, but you gotta be careful with it, because if you do it 3 times while he's human, he'll transform into a werewolf early. I don't want that. Speaking of which... There we go. Werewolf Gascoigne was pretty clean, actually. The music box will only work once while he's in werewolf form. So you gotta capitalize on that as much as you can. Take those off. Actually, let me put Molotovs back on. Might need them for something. You know, in terms of number of attempts, that took about as long as my no melee challenge run, but that one took way longer because I had to farm for bullets and blood vials in between attempts, whereas this one was pretty quick and easy, honestly. More or less how a casual playthrough would have gone. I guess I'm just predisposed to take about 3 attempts on Gascoigne. Which, you know, fair enough, he's pretty hard. Anyway, here we are in Oedon Chapel. Sort of a safe haven for our exploration in the Cathedral Ward. And here's our church buddy.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter.
Hi, church buddy.
Very sorry. Good. These hunts are waiting for it to hit, and it won't end no screams or yarnums. But if you tell them about this, they'll be safe here. Spread the word. If you...
You know, I didn't mean to bow there, but that works. Alright, back to the Hunter's Dream. Let's see. I guess next we can take out the Cleric Beast. That'll get us the regular... Yeah, just the vanilla Hunter's Badge. Do I have anything I want to sell? For some reason, selling these gets you half the amount of blood echoes you would get from just using them. I don't know why. While I'm here, let me go ahead and buy Gascoigne's outfit. There we go. We'll need that for later. And it'll be stylish. Right, need 6 more shards to get it to +3.
Aha.
Hi, Gehrman.
Welcome to the... I am... Gammon.
He sounds so disgusted when he says
Just
that.
go out, you know.
He's like, oh, hi, I'm... Gehrman. Co-op items. Alright, let's see here. Let me get a full stack of Molotovs and some throwing knives, why not? We're good on blood vials. Let me get the rest on bullets here. The game generally gives you bullets easier than blood vials, generally speaking. Alright. Back to Central Yharnam. Gotta go kill the Cleric Beast. We don't gotta. It's an optional boss, but I can't leave a boss unfought. Coughs, looks sideways at the Chalice dungeons. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about those. I already streamed the Chalice dungeons like 2 years ago. Year and a half ago, maybe.
I'm afraid, but before
Thank you.
I made note.
I might use that,
They're
but
strange. I can even.
actually, do I even have the stats for this? I do. But, I don't know. I might use that for the blood-starved beast. I might not. We shall see. Oh, that reminds me. I, forgot to grab that earlier. Alright, now just circle back around. Yes, you're very scary. Good. I thought there was something there. There wasn't. Hello. It's actually kind of easier to fight this dude when you're not locked onto the camera, because the camera gets real swirly. Ow. Whew, that was a good dodge. Huh. I think that was a grab attack. Yeah, the Cleric Beast is a silly little guy. Yeet. Ow. Huh? Come on, settle down for a little bit. Hiya! Hiya! One more. I missed. Alright. Enough trying to be fancy. Getting fancy gets me killed. I gotta stop doing that shit. That wasn't so bad. Although now I'm almost out of Molotovs. Wasted too many of them on bad shots. Alright. Repair my business. What did that unlock for purchase? I don't remember. Antidotes. We'll get plenty of those in Old Yharnam, I think. I want to get the hand lantern at some point. Okay, back to the Cathedral Ward. Next on our itinerary is to look around the Cathedral Ward, scoop up goodies, and then after that, we'll head down to Old Yharnam, do some thorough exploring there, hopefully kill the Bloodstarved Beast, and have it not take like 2 hours. Fingers crossed. But we'll see. Yharnam is that way. I just think there's that. Alright, hold on. For whatever reason, these dudes have like extremely generous parry windows. Which is fine with me. Take that, thank you. Right, I don't think I can do much here until I open this gate. I'm glad that worked out. Sometimes visceral attacks don't really work on stairs for whatever reason. You're not dead! Piss off. As I was saying. Ow! Sometimes visceral attacks don't work on stairs. Because your model and the enemy's model are misaligned, presumably. Yeah, I think the deal with these guys is that they're supposed to be Thumerians, because they have, like, pure black eyes and you can't really see their sclera at all. As to why they're above ground and not in the Chalice dungeons, couldn't tell you. Bloodborne loves being cryptic. But yes, I also appreciate the variety of dudes in Bloodborne. Grab that extra hunter set I will probably sell. Old Yharnam is down that way. Not gonna worry about it. Don't mind me. Yeah, you're not entirely wrong. Ow. There we go. That took too many shots. I am halfway out of bullets. Don't spinning lariat me. Rude gentleman. Alright, let me see if I can sneak up on this guy without getting birded. That was really close. Already we are experiencing a damage drop-off. These big dudes are considerably bulkier than the big dudes in Central Yharnam, which is worrying. Yeah, the crows are goofy. You kind of feel bad for them because they can't really fly. They can like jump up in the air, sorta. That's it. Alright, there's a wandering nightmare around here that I want to kill. Get Molly! Go! Here and there. Ow! Okay. Pretty sure we can get our saw cleaver to +3 now, which is nice. But I want to go back down there to where we were just now, where I got squinched, to grab the thing in the thing. You know what I'm talking about. And also get on my blood that goes back. That would be nice. Excuse me. Excuse me. Literally no reason for me to fight those dudes. Too much effort. Where are my blood echoes at? Here they are. Grab this. Free blood gem. Shout out to this door, by the way. At some point in development, this would have led back to the Cleric Beast boss arena, but they decided not to do that because it's not that useful of a shortcut. But they just left this door in the game and the message that it was closed. So I'm sure several first-time players come to this door and are just totally confused by it, and then just think about it for the rest of the game thinking, hey, maybe this time it'll actually open. But no. That door will never open. It will be forever closed. That's the FromSoft magic, baby. They're a major developer kind of by accident. They still do silly little mistakes like that every now and then. Can I do anything up here? I don't think I can. Yeah, this is closed. I could save up 10k blood echoes. So you get a thing to open that early, but I don't want to, so I'm not gonna. Yes, yes, you're very intimidating. Let me head back to the Hunter's Dream. Upgrade my business. And then we will head down to Old Yharnam. I love being a pancake. Almost as much as I love being bird. Oh, almost forgot. Get that to +3. Get a tiny bit of extra damage. Not a lot, but it's something. Full stack of mollies. Buy some blood vials. That is true. Bird can be pancake. You gotta be in the mood for it, though. I'm not always in the mood to be pancake, but I'm basically always in the mood to be bird. Life is fickle like that. This is fun. I'm having a good time. Life's been kind of rough lately for things I'm not going to, reasons I'm not going to get into, and also just, you know, the general state of the world, but it's nice to zone out and play one of my favorite games for a few hours. Always a treat. Anyway, gotta go down here. See what we can see. Bad, bad. Hiya! God. That's fine. Again, I got stun locked and I could have dodged out of the way, but I kept mashing R1 trying to attack. But they kept hitting me and I just died. That's fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Yeah, the dogs in Yharnam do be kind of messed up. I forget what specific breed they're based on, but they are very clearly like a real dog breed, just messed up. Extra mollies, I'll take those. Go. Alright. More dogs on the way here. Get him away from Shooty Man. Oh good, a spam bot. 1 second. Get that shit out of here. If you were speedrunning this, of course, you would just be like running past him, past the dude and those dogs, and just furiously mashing to get that door open. Say hi to Alfred real quick.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you?
Hi, Alfred.
I knew it. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius. So, what say you? Why not cooperate?
Yes, yes.
Oh, take this.
Thank you.
Beast hunting is a...
The fire paper will be very useful against the blood-starved beast. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure Alfred and, what's his name, Solaire from Dark Souls 1 have the same voice actor. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But isn't that neat? FromSoft have like several VAs that they repeatedly hire across projects. For instance, the voice actor of the doll in this game is also the voice of the Maiden in Black in the original Demon Souls. Isn't that interesting? There we go. Yep, and another one for you. The person who voices Oswald in Dark Souls 1 also voices Aldia in Dark Souls 2. And there are, like, several more examples, but those are the ones that immediately came to mind. It's neat. Grab those, gonna need them. Was there not another item up here? Am I misremembering? Let me check real quick. No, I got it. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, before we open the door to Old Yharnam, there is an item in this area. Let me try and find it. There it is. Some pungent blood cocktails. Those will draw enemy aggro, which is I imagine going to be quite helpful in this run. Joke's on you, I can't read. Alright, there's gonna be a wandering nightmare as soon as we open this door. So I'm gonna run forward and hopefully chuck a molly at it. Hiya! Grab those. Now, I don't really have anything else to spend these bloodstone shards on, since I already got the saw cleaver to +3, so it takes twin shards now. And we're not going to be able to use any of the weapons we find besides the starting ones, and those aren't really going to cut it for this particular run. So I might just dump the extra upgrade materials I get into my gun. There's no reason not to, really. Right. Forgot you have to drop down here. That'll be a shortcut for later, but not right now. Grab that. Okay. Nothing else down here. Time to explore Old Yharnam proper.
You there! Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn.
Mashing through his dialogue so I can pick those up. Alright, I'm gonna keep my torch out here. The beasts of Old Yharnam are afraid of fire, and they tend to back away when you have your torch out. As long as they're not, like, scripted to jump out at you. Got one of them. Yes, I would agree. Didn't get a lot of time to appreciate that because I was mashing through it to grab that item, but pretty good echo effect on Jiro's voice. Alright. Pretty sure there's an item over here, so let's go get that real quick. Yes, indeed. All right.
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless.
Ow.
Cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
Thank you for the compliment, Jiro. I appreciate that. Do not underestimate the power of a good strafe. You don't have to dodge.
Which is why I must stop you.
If you just, move out of the way. Alright, I always get kind of turned around in this area for whatever reason. It feels, I guess, more confusing than you'd think it would. That might be useful. That'll definitely be useful. We're gonna need a lot of antidotes for the blood-starved beast. He just kind of ambiently produces poison clouds around him in Phase 3, which is annoying to deal with. There's another drop down somewhere around here. That eventually leads to another armor set. But I guess it's not here. Let me get myself out of this corner that I trapped myself in. Yeah, I don't know. I always get turned around in this section. I'm not sure why. It's more confusing than you think it would be.
I should think you still have dreams.
I die.
Well, the next time you dream, give some thought.
Yeah, he does have a Gatling gun. I think he hit a fire pot, which ignited it and blew it up. Which is what happened there. Which is how I died just now, actually. Alright, let's try that again. See if I can get my blood echoes, but if not, it's not a huge deal. Not at the moment, anyway. There we go. Having a lot of trouble doing that for some reason. The transformed state of the Saw Cleaver is of limited usefulness in its... well, normally, but it does have... it has better range at the cost of horizontal reach. I mainly use the long range transform attacks like that. Alright. Come on, really, dude? Whoa! I got mad air there. Yes, he did explode me. It was very rude of him, to be honest. Excuse me? Oh, hello. There are more dudes in here than I thought there were at first glance. Go. That's where I came from. Grab that. Pop in here, grab this for my gun. You never know. I gotta be careful here, because I am in... oh, Jesus. A, there are a lot of dudes, and B, I'm open to gunfire. Ow. Shit, that reminds me. This outfit has very little poison resistance. I need to get changed real quick. Go. Our Gascoigne cosplay has significantly higher poison resistance, which will be very useful in this area against the Bloodstar Beast. Over here, please. I'd rather fight you inside. Get in here, please. Son of a bitch. They did that on purpose. Hiya! God, that's so satisfying. I love doing that shit. Alright, there's a hunter up here. I want to try and avoid him if I can, but I'm pretty sure there's also a drop-off. Not here. Huh? Christ, this is bad. Alright, buddy.
I should think you still have dreams. Well, the next time.
That was a really stupid idea.
Give some
I'm not
thought.
gonna lie. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done any of that. That was Prime Shenanigans City. It's been about an hour and a half. I should plug in my controller so it doesn't run low on batteries whilst I play. Alright. I need to remember where the hell the drop-off area is, because there's an armor set you can get here that will be helpful in the future against one boss in particular, although honestly I don't know how much that's going to matter in this run. I feel like that boss is just going to kill me instantly with any of his attacks, actually? Didn't mean to do that! Didn't mean to do that! Didn't mean to do that! Somehow I lived. I will take it. Whew! I forgot that was there. Where did that poison buildup come from? Sure. Oh well. Thank you. I'll go ahead and use one. Okay. Run through here, cause I don't care. Run through here, cause I don't care. That'll be a shortcut eventually, but it's not right now. Alright, let's go up here. Up that way is Jura. I don't want to fight Jura right now. But up here, we can do some shenanigans. If we can drop this, that'll ignite the oil on the floor and kill some of the enemies down there. I didn't learn about this until very recently. I've played through this game like almost 10 times fully through at this point, and did not learn about that until a couple months ago. Wild the things you can learn. Anyway. Go over here. There's more stuff to be had this way. Don't fall off! Let me grab that in a minute. I want to go over and get... Hut! Damn it. I fell off. I wanted whatever it was up there, but I guess I'm not getting it right now. How do we get down here safely? I don't remember that part. Sure, that's fine. Grab that. Yes, yes, very scary. Lost track of what I was doing for a second. would like to not get poisoned, if that's okay. I'll have to take your word for that. I've never played Half-Life 2. I have never halved a life, actually. I'm kind of interested in doing that at some point. I know they're, like, historically important first-person shooters, and also video games in general. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm sure my laptop could run them just fine. They're all pretty old games, except for Half-Life Alyx, which I am categorically unable to play. I don't have a VR headset setup of any kind. But, that's fine. I'm not too terribly concerned about that. Really, the only thing I would... Damn it. The only thing I would want to do with a headset is, like, VR chat. Because that's a pretty popular thing in the furry community, is getting together in VR chat for things. And that seems cool, but, like, goddamn headsets are so expensive. I don't have that kind of disposable income. Yeah, I've seen people play them and stuff. I just haven't played them for myself. All right. I gotta figure out where the hell... Gimme. Where the hell this drop-off is. I don't know, and it's bugging me. Can I just drop off here? Or is that... no. Turns out you can't. That is just death. I didn't want to find that out that way, but I did. Christ. Clown shoes playthrough. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe this time I'll find what I'm looking for. Not even concerned about my blood echoes. I can always get more. Here's the drop-off. I found it, but I didn't have enough health to survive the fall. So, that's 3,200 blood echoes down the toilet. Florence Ashkettle is not having a good night. I'm having a good time, but, this poor little old lady that I'm playing as isn't. Alright, let me try that again. I'm gonna get this. God. At this rate, Bloodstarved Beast is gonna take an hour. I would like to at least get to Hemwick tonight, but we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Get back higher. Higher up. Hold. Drop down here. One HP in a dream. Whew. I missed the platform you're supposed to drop down on before you get to that one. But it worked out somehow. Got a stamina? Alright, buddy. There's like a lot of dudes like spread throughout the upper levels of this area, but they all just love rushing down to the bottom to get at you as soon as you get in, as soon as you like come in here for whatever reason. So we'll just take care of them all now and then have a lovely time looting the place after they're all dead. Grab the charred set, that's what I was looking for this entire time. Alright, I gotta be careful. The man is here. Move. And he's got a gun! I forgot about the gun! Luckily, he has a pretty small aggro range. He basically just hangs around that little square there, so if we don't bother him, he doesn't bother us. Alright. Ah, looks like that stays dropped. That's fine with me. Drop down here. Make the jump this time. That's what you like to see. Oh, it was just a messenger item. That's fine. I'm just gonna ignore all these dudes, I think. Okay. That's the upper half of this place sorted, now to do the lower half of Lower Yharnam. You! I was trying to ignore you, but if you want to come after me, you're more than welcome to get in line. Alright. If everybody could just get in a line single file, please. I didn't realize the birds could just like tackle you like that. I don't think I've ever seen that move before. Interesting. God, I just wanted to get this one item. Wow, 2 bloodstone shards. Very helpful. Okay, let's go up here, get this shortcut door open so I don't have to worry about it. I think somebody just drove past my neighborhood on a motorcycle. That's what it sounded like. I guess they have places to be. Fair enough. I'll have places to be in a month and a half. God, FWA cannot come soon enough. I need a goddamn break. Just like, in general. You know what I mean? a wandering nightmare around here, but I don't quite remember where it is. I may have already scared it off. Yeah, I think I scared it off, but I also think it only has, like, regular... Oh god! Regular bloodstone shards. I've already got my saw cleaver up to +3, so... Not too big a deal if I miss it. Grab this. Ow! Say a woo to the werewolves, chat, please. Hashtag engagement. Grab this on the other side of the puddle door. Door does not open from this side, my beloved. Alright, shortcut door is over there, but let me go grab some stuff over here first. Free beast blood pellets. Nice, I can just barely kill those with one full combo ending in a weapon transfer. Just barely. Jump scare! That did in fact get me my first playthrough. Isn't there a gentleman down here? Yeah, there he is. Go away, please. Thank you. Boink. Alright. Go up temporarily to grab these. There's our shortcut door. Back to the start of the level. Handy, just in case I am unable to beat Bloodstarved Beast first try and we have to do the run back. I'm hoping that won't happen, but given how I've been playing tonight so far, well, we'll see. I'm gonna need you to stop that, please. Thank you. For stopping that, please. Okay, there should be a wandering nightmare up here. Yeah, there it is. Get mollied! Thank you for getting mollied. I thought there was supposed to be another werewolf up here. I guess he must have wandered off somewhere. I don't know. I think there was one or two more items down here before the boss room. Are there? Ow. Oh, there's a guy here. Enough of that, thanks. Yes, there is a thing over here. I tend to miss that. Okay. Before we do this, first I'll pop that. I want to go back to the Hunter's Dream to resupply, repair all my stuff, get prepared, and also I need to use the bathroom. So I'm gonna head back to the Hunter's Dream and then go piss girl. And I'll be right back as soon as I can leave here. Alright. Be back in a minute. I have returned. The piss break is over. I don't know why I felt the need to narrate it like that, but I already did it, so here we are. Yeah, might as well. I now have a +3 gun for pretty much no reason. That is the best blood gem I have currently. So let's do that. The whole blood gem thing seems like it'll be a complicated system, but really you just need to put in whatever gives you the biggest numbers. It is incredibly straightforward, and I appreciate that. Get another molly. I'll save on buying those until I absolutely have to. Get a hand lantern, stock up on blood vials. I like to have the hand lanterns just on all the time to provide some nice ambient lighting. Let me get my hotbar set up. Pungent blood cocktail. Fire paper. Beast blood pellet. Fire paper, I think is the order I want to do. So my plan is run into the boss room, chuck a pungent blood cocktail out the wall. That'll draw its aggro. Pop a beast blood pellet, pop a fire paper, hit him with an R2, hit him with another R2, and then we'll go from there. This might take a few attempts as I learn how to execute this strategy, but hopefully it won't take the rest of stream time. We'll see. Okay. Ooh, just doing some stretching. Alright, let's go. We got a boss to kill. Well, another boss to kill. You know how it goes. Actually, I might want to pop these first and then do the punch and blood cocktail. We'll start off doing that, I think, actually. Okay. This is by far the most cardio that Florence Ashkettle has gotten in her life. She's lived to an impressively long age, but she didn't get there by running every day. That's a really bad sign, actually. Could you just kill me, please? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I did not want to start off the boss fight at a deficit of blood vials. That would not have been good. Alright, we'll call that a wash. Let's try and get to it again and actually get there this time without taking any hits. Can I manage it? We'll see. Local Bird has put hundreds of hours into video games. Still pretty bad at it. More news at 11. I'm gonna... If I remember to, I might tally that up later. See how long I've actually played this game. Because I have all the hours on all the character files. It's just right there. And I'll relay the information on Wednesday, because I don't usually stream on Mondays, but today is a special occasion. My usual stream schedule is to play on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I will be resuming that this week with this, more of this. Anyway. Alright, keeping the torch out is pointless against Mr. Beastie here. Scarecord? Scarecord. Uh-oh. Shit. I forgot about antidotes. Get off of me. That was working really well, actually, but I didn't manage my stamina properly, is the problem. I kept just going for it. Also, I didn't put antidotes on my hotbar. That screwed me over, too. But that was actually working pretty well. I got him down to half health extremely fast. Like, holy shit. Alright, hopefully I can actually do this before I run out of stuff. If I don't manage that, this is gonna get a lot harder. But I'll cross that bridge when and or if I get to it, I guess. Hopefully I don't get to it. Alright, time to do the run back. You know, I do love this game at all, but I am glad that FromSoft mostly got rid of runbacks in Elden Ring, because having to spend the better part of a minute navigating a dangerous level to get back to the boss is kind of annoying, even when you know what you're doing. This isn't like Demon Souls or Dark Souls 1 bad, but it's still pretty annoying sometimes. Alright. Wait until he starts attacking. focusing really hard, if you couldn't tell. Get off me, 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 get off me! Fuck! You can mash to escape some grab attacks in these games, but I simply don't have the health to survive it if he does grab me, unfortunately. Okay. I've got the strategy, I just need to execute on it. I don't think this is going to take me the rest of stream time. Knock on wood. I think I can get this within the next couple of attempts. I just gotta actually survive to phase 3 and then clutch out the rest of the fight. But I can do this. I feel pretty okay about it, actually. But already I'm starting to be hit harder here than normal because the game expects you to start leveling up at this point and getting more defense. But obviously that's not going to happen in this run. Circling around wide seems to work better for avoiding Mr. Werewolf there. Good to know. Still. Come on. Get aggroed. Thank you. Clutch this fight out normally. Get out from that corner, please. This is tense as hell. Come on. Hold still for 2 fucking seconds. Thank you for holding still for 2 fucking seconds. Let's go. Ran entirely out of pungent blood cocktails, but I clutched out a victory. I will take that. Whew! Oh man, that was tense. Got through it though. You saw the basic strategy. I couldn't quite execute on a high enough level to finish out the fight. God, stamina management is going to be very important in this run, evidently. Alright, that's Old Yharnam taken care of. Let me go back up here, repair my stuff. Hi, Gehrman. Does the Insight Shop have anything extra for sale? Sure, I'll take that, why not? Oh, I can buy these for Insight. Right, that'll be handy in the future. Handy dandy, even. Let's see. I'll go ahead and buy a couple, and then get more blood vials. Right. Can we just do this real quick? I forget you can move this box around. I don't actually need to use this right now, but I'll go ahead and get it activated. Like my other playthroughs that I've streamed, I'm just going to use this to stock up on supplies if necessary. I won't be using it to level up at all, or upgrade my weapons or any of that stuff. And, you know, since this is a no level up stream, I might not need to dip into this as often as I usually would. We'll see. But anyway, let's head back. Excuse me. Head back to the Cathedral Ward. The door in Oedon Chapel will be open now that we've defeated the blood-starved beast, and we can poke around the healing What on earth was I about to say there? We can poke around the Healing Church workshop, get another hunter badge at the top, go down, find the old abandoned workshop, go further down from there, etc., etc. Oh, hold on. I missed that. I guess it's good I did it that way, because I got to send the elevator back down. Oops. Grab that. I don't know if I'm going to use that, actually. It was vitally important during my last challenge run. But that might not be the case here. I think I mainly want runes that'll upgrade my max health and stamina. We don't get those for a little while. That was almost embarrassing. I mean, it was a little embarrassing. But it would have been more embarrassing if I died there. Communion is extra blood vials. It's only one extra blood vial. I'll take it. Should be a wandering nightmare around the corner here. Yeet! I'll take those. I think I can get my Saw Cleaver to +4 right now from that, actually. I'll wait to do it until later, of course, but... Calm down. I was taking that too fast. I was being too loosey-goosey. Again, trying to get fancy. Trying to get fancy in these games always gets me killed. I'm just not... I'm not good enough a player to be ultra fancy all the time, unfortunately. Also, trying to talk and play this at the same time is complicating matters, of course. But that's just a given. I've talked about this probably more than I should, but talking while playing video games is difficult. So you're not bothering me. Alright, single file, fellas, one at a time. You had my shit. I'll take that back, thanks. Wait, are you dead? You're dead, okay. What is in here? I don't remember. Oh, another Bloodtinge gemstone. Sure. Is the microphone still working? Okay, yes, it is. I hadn't checked that at all since stream started, but it's good to do that every now and again. I'm extremely paranoid about that. Piss off. Surviving on 1 HP. Only I get to do that. Ah! Hey, buddy. Shit! God damn it. Have I already reached the point where I have to start running past everything? That sucks. Hold on. I have an idea. Excuse me. Oh, well, I'm thinking about it. There we go. No real reason to change, just wanted to. I don't know if that actually works. I hope it did. Woo! The big boys seem unable to climb ladders, which is good for me. Maybe not so much for them. Wink. Yes, yes, you're very scary. Ah! Anytime I open my goddamn mouth, immediately get punished for it. Grab that. That'll let us buy bone marrow ashes, which won't be as critical here as they were in my last challenge run, but still helpful, you know. One of the hunter badges, I don't remember which one, will, thank you, let you buy items called blue elixirs, I think. That's what they're called, blue something or other. And that turns you partially invisible and lowers enemy aggro range, which will be, I imagine, quite helpful for sneaking past certain troublesome enemy formations. Alright, there's a particular way to walk off here that'll let me... That is not it! Okay, time to throw myself at this for a while. Shout out to FromSoft Platforming. Took them until Sekiro to give you a dedicated jump button. I haven't played... Well, actually, that's not true. I have played Sekiro once. Last year when I was driving home from FWA, I stayed the night at a friend's place, and he has Sekiro on his computer, and he let me play it, and I played it for about 30 minutes. Game hard. Game really hard. I'm pretty bad at parrying in these games, and that's like... Parrying is the whole thing in Sekiro. And if you're not good at it, you're just not good at the video game. I would like to play it at... Oh, for fuck's... Come on. I had that. You should have given me that game. Anyway, I would like to actually own a copy of it at some point and actually learn the video game, but... I don't know. That's for future cadenza. Present cadenza has to actually do the dang thing in Bloodborne, and she's not doing the dang thing right now. Alright, third time's the charm. I like being at absolutely full health, so that when I drop onto the platform here, like that, I have a little more wiggle room. There we go. Fun fact, if you didn't know, you get a trophy just for finding this place, which is pretty neat. Some important things here. The doll set, which is terrible defensively, but is worth a lot of money. Hold on to that, in case I need the cash. The old hunter bone, which is a tool I never use. Third of an umbilical cord, which is required to access the secret final boss. A small hair ornament, which we can give to the doll, and I will be doing right now, actually. Get a free gem out of it.
Welcome. What is it? What?
I have a thing for you.
What is this? A yearnings. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter.
Thank you. I'm skimming through the dialogue here, but I do like that she has a unique animation for when all that happens. It's a nice touch. I need cold blood to repair my business. Actually, can I just... Oh, I only picked up 2 shards. I thought I had 3. Do I have anything better? No. I do for my gun, but... That's a pretty big jump, actually. Not that that especially matters anyway, but... Okay. Alright, now we're gonna go down that pit the normal way to get some goodies. I could go to the lantern we just activated, but we would miss out on some items. And I would like to get everything, if I can help it. And I can, in this case. Who gave these old men Gatling guns, by the way? Was it Jura? Did Jura do this? Why did you give several old men in Yharnam Gatling guns? What was the purpose of this? How dare you make my life more difficult? Okay. Time to fall down this pit the normal way. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Whoop. Drop down very carefully. There we go. Okay. How did you die, sir? Or madam? Oh, you just dropped off directly, huh? That's not the way to do it. I never remember the proper way to fall down this stupid pit, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always kind of just like finagle my way down accidentally. Not like that. Maybe if I start from the abandoned old workshop lantern, that'll give me a better vantage point from which to get down to the bottom of this pit. I'm gonna try that. I wish I could use Hunter Lanterns out in the world to warp to other Hunter Lanterns, instead of having to warp exclusively through the Hunter's Dream. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. You might not think about that much if you just play the game once, or like not as much as someone like me has, who's put like 200 hours into it at this point, but when you play the game enough, you notice the little things a lot more readily. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, doing it from here is way easier, actually. Isn't that handy-dandy? Okay. You're scripted to turn around. Gotcha. Concentrating here. The piss was that attack? I just need one more parry and I'll get you. Not like that. there we go. That enemy is called the Beast-Possessed Soul, and I believe that this is the only one you fight in the main game. You fight a couple as bosses in the Chalice dungeons, but I don't remember ever fighting another one of those dudes above ground, which is interesting. Because otherwise that guy's a unique enemy. Which does make you wonder. I'm sure there are plenty of players who just play the base game and maybe the DLC and don't bother with the Chalice dungeons at all, and that's fine. They're allowed to do that. But I wonder if they wonder what's up with that dude, if that's the case. Ow, piss off. These guys are extremely dangerous, mainly because they hit like trucks. Also, they can power themselves up when you hit them a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I'm fully healed. It's not the end of the world if they kill me, I was about to say. Okay, I guess we're doing this early. I wanted to put this off until potentially next stream after we had done Hemwick, but I guess we're doing it now. I guess this is what we're spending the rest of stream on. Fair enough. God, I remember being so freaked out when this happened to me on my first playthrough. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's a great moment, honestly. I love stuff like this. I was like, you wouldn't... Because you're normally only supposed to go to Yahar Ghul in like the second half of the game once shit has hit the fan. But if you get killed by one of those burlap sack motherfuckers before then you spawn here way earlier than you would normally arrive at this place. And I just think that is so cool, and I wish more games would do stuff like that.
Oh, merciful God, help in the name of the...
Let me change into Gascoigne's outfit real quick. Adela here won't talk to you unless you wear a healing church outfit, and Gascoigne was part of the church, however briefly.
Oh, you've got to save me. Thank you. I have no words. You can take this.
Weird thing to just give somebody, but okay.
Sure to please an upstanding member of... Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I was seized on the street. There were many others, and I've... So, then the streets are perilous. Perhaps it isn't. Do you know somewhere? Oh, thank you. I'll set out. I pray for success. Kind hunter. I'll set out.
Alright, that's that sorted. Time to scour the rest of this place for goodies. As one does. Should be... Yep. Yeet! Take those. Now I can definitely get my saw cleaver to +4. There's a werewolf in here. Not a werewolf, you. Shit! Oh wow, that just kills you, huh? At this level of health? I forgot about the second one. That's how they get you. go to attack the first one, the second one gets you from behind. Classic maneuver. And it's like, FromSoft does that sort of thing a lot. Like, semi-obvious ambushes. And, like, they do it so much that you kind of get used to it. And, that's how they get you, because then you let your guard down. Not today. Son of a bitch. Also, for some reason, these enemies have the loudest death yell in the history of video games. I don't know why. Sometimes FromSoft will, like, mix a particular sound effect or voice clip, like, extremely loud out of nowhere, when most of the rest of the time the sound mixing is a lot subtler. I feel like they do that on purpose to be funny. And sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's annoying. It depends on the person, I guess. Alright, there are two of those big boys in this room, and I don't really want to fight either of them. Okay, that leads to Parl, and I don't want to fight Parl today. There are a lot of bosses, a lot of optional bosses, I should say, that I'm going to avoid for as long as I can until we have our weapon more or less fully upgraded. Or at least more upgraded than it is right now. A +3 saw cleaver is not going to cut it for Dark Beast Parl. I'll say that right now. Hey, buddy. Take that. That moon rune will let us receive more blood echoes from killing enemies, which is nice. Always nice. There are a number of boars around here. Gotta watch out for. Get out of the way! Can you come over here closer, please? I don't want you anywhere near the Bagman. I don't know what those things are called. That attack where they just slam their bag down on you is highly damaging. Don't let it hit you. That might one-shot me at my current level of health, actually. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. There's a dude around here, isn't there? Maybe he only spawns in after I get this door open. Yeah, I remember there being, like, one of those Shrieker dudes, but he's not here. Well, whatever. I just won't pay it any mind then. Behold, a pale blood sky. I wonder what that's about. Maybe we'll learn later. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I love that there's background music here in this area, by the way. And it's diegetic, so it's happening in-universe. Imagine it might creep out a first-time player, wondering what the hell could possibly be going on with that. We'll learn later, of course. I'm gonna circle back around so I don't have to deal with that boar. Oh no, there's two of them now. Jesus Christ. That hurt. Those guys don't fuck around. Clearly. poor Florence. She's died so many times tonight, and she will die so many times more before this playthrough is done. Okay, we start out here. That's fine. I just got this open. Handy to remember that. Is there anything over here? Just that. Filed it away for later. That elevator will not be working until later. There are a lot of dogs down in the streets there. Before I deal with those... Ah! Jesus Christ! Where did you come from? This is bad. Not really any feasible way I could have escaped that, unfortunately. But I got the free bolt paper. So, I'll take that, of course. Goodness. Okay. We're almost done scooping up stuff here. This little section of the level that they're allowing us to explore early isn't too terribly huge. Just need to go get the thing down at the end of the street there, and then the things down at the other end of the street there, and then we can get the hell out of here. Now, there are a lot of dogs on the street, so I can take them out. Oh. Well, I certainly drew their aggro. Damn it! I wasted 2 mollies for nothing. I should probably just run up there, make a death run, and grab that. I think that's the Tonitrus up there. I don't think I can even use that with my current stats. But it'll be nice to have something to sell later. Okay. Back at it. Oh, let me put that outfit back on. Not a huge deal, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Juke him off to the side here. Shit. Somehow I lost the lock-on as I was doing it. I was trying to be all clever, but I wasn't clever enough. Now I have a small squad of dogs after me. Not ideal. But I can make this work. Or die trying. Probably die trying at this rate. Grab the Yahargul set. Alright. These are just Madman's knowledges, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab them anyway, so I have them now. I should probably put the bold hunter's marks I have, excuse me, on my hotbar. so I can make a clean getaway as soon as I have the things. Yes, you're very scary. You can hold all those blood runes that I didn't have. Get me out of here. Well, that'll take me back to the lantern. Fair enough. I was hoping to avoid that death. I thought you were invincible when you used one of those. I guess not. That's a pretty slow animation. It's not like Dark Souls 2 Homeward Bone slow, but it's pretty slow. Alright. The Hypogean Gaol is where we just were. It doesn't tell you right away that that's Yahar'gul. But I want to at least open up some of the gates and stuff in the Cathedral Ward before we call it a night. And I guess we'll go to Hemwick next time. Fair enough. Huh, yeah. He doesn't even respawn. It's just a one-time dude situation. Fair enough. We love one-time dudes in this house. That sounds kind of lewd, now that I say that out loud. Hey, Greg, man, I know you got the hots for Steve, but you don't wanna mess with him. He's a one-time dude. You know what I mean? He's an avid practitioner of the hit it and quit it philosophy. He's not looking for a committed relationship. He's a one-time dude. Where did that guy go? He's right there. There's not a lot of items in this little side area. Are you scripted to get up, or can I sneak attack you? You're scripted to get up, of course. I'm just gonna leave you be, actually. No, I'm not. I'm gonna die, more than likely. Yep. Okay, I have learned that at level 4, I just don't have the health to survive any grab attack at all. That sucks. Speaking of grab attacks, it is funny. Not as many people as you'd think know that you can actually, like, mash out of a lot of grab attacks. Like, if you get grabbed, then you can mash the shoulder buttons and the face buttons. Or, I think in Dark Souls 1, it's specifically L1 and R1. But if you mash those fast enough, you can, like, escape the grab early and avoid taking some damage. Even some things that you'd think you wouldn't be able to escape, like the Gaping Dragon's grab attack. But I think the reason that people tend to not realize that you can do that is because, like, there's not a visual indication that it works. Like, sometimes there's a unique animation for escaping a grab, but sometimes you just, like, stop taking damage early, which is funny. Yeah, I do think it could be communicated a little better that you can actually escape some grabs. I think some enemies fell down the elevator pit. That tickles me. Shout out to those guys. Assholes had it coming. Shortcut unlocked. I think it would be funny if in one of these Souls-like games where they're made by FromSoft or somebody else, I think it would be funny if you had, like, you know, the big Dark Souls font that shows up on screen when you die that says you died. I think it would be funny if it would pop up whenever you unlocked a shortcut, like once. Like, let's say you've opened up 9 shortcuts throughout your time playing whatever video game this is, hypothetically, and then you open up your 10th shortcut, and suddenly you get a big message on screen that says, "Shortcut unlocked!" And then it never happens again. I think that would be funny. Maybe it wouldn't be, but, I don't know, might be good for a larf, a giggle. And I'm not a game designer. Yet. So, I'm putting that idea into the ether. Free for anybody else to use. No need to pay me royalties. Although the royalties would be nice, to be honest. I have my torch out, not my gun. There we go. Thank you, visceral iframes. I'm just checking to see if Eileen's over here. She's not. I think Eileen shows up in this spot once you've opened up all the gates in the Cathedral Ward, but before you've defeated Amelia. Her questline's kind of finicky, so I'm keeping an eye out on that. Let me see if I can sneak up on this guy. There we go. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop relying on visceral attacks pretty soon. Probably once I get to the Forbidden Woods and onwards, because viscerals actually scale off of your skill stat, and since I can't level that up at all, the damage bonus I would get is going to be less and less. So I'm going to have to go with the strategy, especially in bosses, of like, if I can sneak up on a dude, to like hit him with an R2, and then instead of doing a visceral, hit him with another R2. Because when an enemy is in that state where they're open to a visceral attack, they automatically take more damage from whatever your next attack is going to be. So it's more important to take advantage of that than going for the visceral necessarily in a run like this, where I can't increase my stats at all. Just some fun tidbits, you know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go around opening some more gates, grabbing a few more items, and then we'll call it a night. That dude has way better aim than I was hoping he would. Gonna have to give him a miss. Thank you very much. Alright. These dudes are easier to avoid than you'd think they would be. They have big attacks, but they all also have really long wind-ups. So it gives you plenty of time to dodge out of the way, which is nice. Here, open this. Once you, when you get to the Cathedral Ward for the first time, you can buy a special item. I forget what it is. It's some kind of emblem for 10,000 blood echoes in the shop to open this gate early, or you can take the long way around, go through Old Yharnam, etc., etc. And I prefer to do that because it gets you more supplies in the long run than taking the shortcut does ordinarily. I don't think the speedrun even bothers with the emblem, actually, now that I think about it. Which is interesting to think about. At least I think so. Some poison nibs. Might be useful. A lot of bosses are functionally immune to poison, but it's still going to be helpful for certain enemies, I think. Alright. I want to make sure there's not any enemies around before I talk to these NPCs.
Oh my, what a comet. I'll take it over the stench of blood. What is it then? I'm off during hunts and wouldn't want to drag you. Oh, thank God. Might you know that the night is long. Please, then. Oh, thank you, dear. Perhaps I'll see. Oh, thank you.
There we go. That's Ariana taken care of. This NPC here is an asshole, and if you tell him, he's very distrustful. So wherever you tell him to go, he'll go to the opposite place. I haven't talked to Imposter Iosefka yet, so I can't tell him to go there, because telling him to go there would cause him to go to Oedon Chapel. But I don't feel like doing that right now. Maybe I'll do it off screen. That's not... The details aren't really important to this run. Rescuing Ariana, at the least, is kind of important. You can get a free healing item from her. The equivalent of a Iosefka's blood vial. Ow. And also, you can get a 1/3 of an umbilical cord from her towards the end of the game to help unlock the secret final boss. If we need that. There are 4 of those items in the game, so there's like a little bit of wiggle room, but... Just wanted to make sure I have that in my back pocket, I guess, just in case I need it. Alright, I'll look around this area, and then we'll call it a night. It's coming up on stream time here. Walk onto this guy, please. Glad I got that off. Don't take that out of context, I will fight you. There we go. I could have sworn there was an item here. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. Whatever. Alright, that's a vague hint on what to do next if you're stuck. I'm not stuck. But, just FYI, in case you are. Alright, I'm gonna head back to the Hunter's Dream and we'll call it a night here. Just gotta get there first. It would be quicker, it's quicker to run back there than to pull out a bold Hunter's Mark and use one of those, because you'd have to sit through a loading screen. I do love this game, but there are a lot of loading screens. Speaking of which... Alright. Made a lot of progress today. got through Central Yharnam, got through Old Yharnam, opened up a lot of the gates in the Cathedral Ward, maybe all of them actually. Explored Yahar Ghul super early, earlier than I was intending to. Next time we can proceed through Hemwick and then handle all the stuff there, and then we can beat Amelia and go to the Forbidden Woods and go from there. So I'll see y'all later. Oh, actually, no, I can talk about that later. That's fine. So I'll see y'all on Wednesday, same time, ideally, 10 p.m. Central Standard, I think. Yeah. I'll see y'all then for the continuing adventures of Florence Ashkettle. And until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye for now.